Morning everyone, Brian here at YTCSC, YouTube Celtic Supporters Club. Looking ahead to a massive Europa League tie versus Stuttgart, 5:45 on Thursday the 19th. Before we start, everyone, as always, thank you very much for your support. If you can help us out with liking the video, sharing the video and helping us grow the channel by subscribing, costs you nothing and it helps us get more Celtic content out there. So yes, under the lights at Paradise, knockout football is back, but this isn't the Stuttgart of old. They are absolutely flying just now. Sebastian Honig's team are sitting fourth in the Bundesliga, 5 wins in the last 6, and they just dismantled Cologne 3-1. They're a clinical and physical team, so it's going to be a hard game for us, and we need all of our players on top form and concentrated and committed to the tactics and committed to the manager's instruction. So a big task for us on Thursday. As I said, fourth in Bundesliga. They've scored 41 goals in 22 league games, averaging just under 2 goals a game, 1.86. So real tough opponents, and as we've saw over the years, the German teams are very technical, very tactically astute. So it'll be a tough game. Parkhead, if we have the atmosphere, the fans get behind the team. Away teams know it's a dangerous place to go to. The Stuttgart managers even mentioned about the green wall, and he's going to call it a Champions League atmosphere. So he will have his players kind of keyed up for that, and these are guys that play against Dortmund and Munich, etc. So they're used to playing in big noisy stadiums. We need to make sure that we support the team 100% and get behind the guys. So who are Stuttgart's kind of main danger men? They've got Ermedin Demirovic. He is a Bosnian striker. He's scored 4 goals in his last 5 matches. Very good player. He's actually mentioned to the German press that this trip will be the highlight of his season. So these guys are up for it. They're looking forward to coming to Celtic Park and playing well. We've also got Deniz Undav. He is their kind of Callum McGregor type player. The creative heartbeat, just drifts into pockets of space. Hard to pick up. So our midfield will have to be on it, and our defence will have to be very disciplined as well. There is also Angelo Stiller, who is another kind of central midfielder who really kind of picks the pockets and kind of drifts into space and stuff. So we need to be on the ball big time. The only kind of slight thing that I've been picking up was Stuttgart, their away weakness. They've lost 3 of their 4 Europa League away matches this season against Basel, Fenerbahce and Roma. So they're obviously maybe don't travel as well as they play at their home stadium, the MHP Arena, something that us as Celtic fans know all about. But as a squad, they are incredibly united. One of their players, Thiago Thomas, he had suffered a family bereavement. His father passed away, and he played in the game against Cologne and was in tears at full time. So the squad is incredibly united. Yes, big task for Celtic, and we've got to be on it 100%. But let's be realistic, guys. This is where we kind of fall down in all of our European endeavours. We do well in the group stage, or get through the group stages as we have done in the league phase, as we have done in this year's Europa League campaign. But we saw last year with the fabled Bayern Munich tie, where we took them right to the wire, but ultimately we fell short. And I think we've never got by any knockout phases, getting into the quarterfinals or moving forward, apart from Seville and maybe the year or 2 after that, where we got to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Cup 1 year as well. But anyway, so massive task. But We have Martin O'Neill. He's continued to work his magic as we had the 97th minute winner over Kilmarnock. But obviously, different opposition on Thursday. And I love to see Callum McGregor, his passion at the end of the game. I know I did mention it in my previous video that he's not that briny, nasty guy. You saw that when he was at the when he was up to the fans after the final whistle at Rugby Park. He's like, "We're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere," and he'll have that instilled into the squad. And Tierney and Forrest and some of the other longer term guys will be, AJ and CCV might be in the dressing room, geeing up the guys as well. So we will give it our 100%. We will give it our all, and I'll be there. So won't be there at the game, but I'll be watching it and supporting them, and hoping we have a great game. Obviously, we've got some players not eligible. We've got players out. We've got some players not in form. So how will we line up? Oxlade Chamberlain isn't eligible, and Vuka wasn't included in the squad. Hatate out of form, out of sorts. Engels injured. Will he be eligible? I've not seen any change. I've not heard anything from the club or Martin O'Neill in terms of injury worries. I don't know if the manager will do his press conference today in preparation for the game, so we might find out a wee bit more. We need to get our starting lineup right, because I feel that's been the problem. We've started with the wrong starting lineup, struggled, had to change it at half time, and you're behind, or teams kind of sitting in a low block, and it's hard to kind of break them down. I think this is just a free hit, you know what I mean? We need to just go for it. But all of our focus has to be on the league, so you need to make sure you give a good account of yourself. But I'm being realistic, in the Europa League is not our main focus. It's got to be the league campaign, but you've got to give a good account of yourself, because Celtic are kind of built on European nights, etc., and our fans demand it, and we wanted to kind of give ourselves a good showing, and play as well as we can for fans. So how we line up? Help us out. Get your lineups in the comments. Me personally, I think it'll be the same back four. Araujo, the main man, 97th minute winner. Love all the content, all the kind of clips and edits, etc. I hope you all seen the Mexican one, the commentary. There's been some amazing videos, so he'll be buzzing. I'm sure he'll start at right back. It will be Trusty and Scales at the back, and Tierney at the left. We all love Sarachi. He kind of drives us forward, but we need to be very disciplined at the back. So I think it will be Rojo, Trusty, Scales, and Tierney. The midfield three: McGregor. Do we go with Hatate? Do we go with Bernardo or McCowan and Negrin? I think Negrin will be there. He's played really well for us, and although he does kind of look as if he's just floating about, he's been our best player this year in terms of output, in terms of goals, etc. So I expect to see Negrin in that midfield three. And then is it Hatate? I doubt it. I think there's been kind of stories coming out about him and Maeda have kind of checked out, and they don't want to be here, and they're just kind of getting picked, etc., just as bodies, whatever. So yeah, midfield three will be massive. Or do we go with a four, and then you have the Taneke in the midfield three? I think Taneke, does he go with Yang? I think Taneke must start. Or Adamu, who has played against Stuttgart. He's on loan from Freiburg. He knows Stuttgart well, and he's physical. He's maybe not a focal point as much as Big Tam, but he is eligible for Thursday. So do we go for kind of two up front with Klankara and Adamu, or Maeda? So yeah, so a lot of permutations. Maeda is relentless. You know what I mean? You maybe get a good 45 minutes out of him. He will kind of press and press and press, but he's maybe not the Maeda of 23, 24. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Let us know in your comments, guys, who you think the lineup will be. Especially for the midfield, because that's where the games are won and lost. Obviously, we've not got any CCV. We've not got Alistair Johnson, etc. Scales and Trusty have to be on their game big time. If they get isolated one by one with Demirovic, who is a very, very good striker, it's going to be a long night. So as I said, do we go with KT at left centre back, or Sriracha, or the usual back four? Let us know in the comments, guys. Midfield battle, McGregor versus Angelo Stiller. Whoever dictates the tempo wins the game on that one. Although we are very, very good at home, we're unbeaten in our last 5 home games across all competitions, but we do have genuine defensive concerns with 0 clean sheets at all in the Europa League game. We always score late. We give our all right to the last game, last minute, and we've scored in the last 10 minutes in 3 of our last 4 domestic matches, but these opponents are a whole different ball game. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a very, very tough night for us. Hopefully we can keep it tight the first 20 minutes, maybe let Taneke, Adamu, Maeda run at the back line. We've got a good chance, but because McGregor is maybe going to be playing as a kind of lone anchor, and he's probably going to be overworked, so we need to make sure that his partners in there, Hatate, Bernardo, Nigrin, McCowan, whoever the manager picks, has to track back to help. They have to be on it big time. Undav will have a free run at our centre-back pairing. Do we go with kind of high energy with Maeda to force our keeper, Nubel with the long balls, so Austin Trusty can try and win aerial duels? So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting and fascinating to watch. Bookies are kind of putting Stuttgart as slight favourites, slight favourites. Even money. Celtic at 3-1. They are clinical, Stuttgart, but they are vulnerable at the counter-attack. And if Araujo and Maeda can double up in Furic, we can hopefully use the crowd to rattle them early. Then a 1-1 or a 2-1 isn't out of the question. I don't know. I was going to just heart versus head go for a 2-1 Celtic. We will probably 3-2. We will lose a goal or 2. As I mentioned, we've not kept a clean sheet at all in the Europa League, so going to be a long night, interesting night, but we love a European night at Celtic Park, and hopefully we can spring a surprise. We have the wily old fox in the dugout, and hopefully he will be able to spring a surprise or 2. Stuttgart are, respectful of Celtic, respectful of Celtic Park. They know what the stadium can bring to us on a night where we're united, but it's not been the case all season. There has been a disconnect with the fans, and I was at the Utrecht game, and Utrecht fans were actually singing "Celtic, Celtic, give us a song." So the cauldron of Celtic Park has been missing of late, but hopefully we can get a victory, keep it tight and respectable going to the away leg, because this is the start of a massive, massive list of fixtures. 2 Old Firm games, Hibs, I believe, Stuttgart away, but we need to make sure that we don't get injuries, etc., because the league is our main focus. We've got every game in the league is a cup final, and we need to win those cup finals. Okay, so thanks very much, troops. Help us out with the channel again. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Hail, hail.